Some of them have actually been here before. They were here last spring and they butted their heads up against that dam. That's not going to happen anymore. This next spring, when they're going to see that dam in their rear view mirrors as they head upstream to spawn. The Tingmu Fish Bypass Channel, the Fishway, represents the latest step in bringing fish back to Connecticut rivers and getting them around dams. There are over 4,000 dams in the state of Connecticut, mostly built in past centuries to power our mills. By the mid-1800s, Connecticut residents were already trying to find a way to get these fish around the dams. The early attempts at the fishways were largely unsuccessful, and even the 2 or 3 that we built in the 1960s were pretty disappointing. Passage around the Tingmu Dam complements a series of 7 dam removals and 1 other fishway on the Naugatuck River and one of its tributaries. And more are planned. In fact, there's folks in the audience who are conspiring on some future projects right now. This fishway is the 65th fishway in the state of Connecticut. Number 66 is under construction in Westport right now. Only 2 East Coast states have more fishways than the state of Connecticut. Including in the audience today are people who have lived in the valley all their lives, and I see a few of you right now. They remember the flood of '55. They remember all of the fires and the mill closings, and they certainly remember when the Naugatuck River was one of the foulest rivers in the United States. Nothing could live in it. Did any of you think you'd live to see the day when there'd be trout swimming in the river and runs of wild shad would be passing through Waterbury? The department has been working to restore the Naugatuck River in many ways, but the current focus on fish restoration and habitat began in the 1980s when we removed those 7 dams upstream from here. Soon after all that work, there is only 1 barrier dam left. This one, and it had to go. But we couldn't, and by the way, we've been working on this for over 15 years. We haven't been building it. I don't mean to say, John, you've been that slow, but we've been planning it. We couldn't remove the dam because of this minor technicality of Route 8 behind us and the historic nature of the dam. So we had to design a fishway, and it had to be special. This $6.3 million project was made possible with funding from 3 sources. First, a special supplemental environmental project account from our DEEP. And those of us who have been working on this for so long are grateful for the leadership and the support offered by the managers within the department, like Commissioner Klee